What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kato's Reacts Facts. We got Devonte, the one, back in the building. I ain't seen him in a minute, man. The two-finger combo. I don't know what that is insinuating, but we gonna see what he's talking about. Alright. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. Find the video down in the description. You'll find my socials there too. And without further ado, we're gonna get straight to it. Hope y'all like. Let's go.
My brothers and sisters, what do you think when you see these two fingers? Special beam cannon? No, you mother... Get out of here, Gohan. All right, y'all. If you ain't innocent or lived under a rock your whole life,
That two fingers can mean a whole bunch of things. I don't know where he going with this.
you probably know what these two fingers do. If you don't, then shoot. I'll tell you a variety of things they do, my nigga. Hand people credit cards, reach in that spot in the car where you drop your phone, flick lima beans, wink wink, air quotations. And one of my favorites, ripping the skin off your neck. Not like actually ripping the skin off your neck, unless you motherfucking Wolverine. But when them two fingers get dragged across your neck at 200 miles per hour, that mug hurt. I got introduced to this punch.
Damn, I ain't heard no shit like that since like middle school, bro. But it was like the hand, the whole hand. It wasn't no two fingers. It was just the hand, and it just come behind your shit and swipe your shit. Cause it's all friction, so that's why he said it hurt. Cause it's all friction on the back of your head. I ain't have all this hurt back then, so I would just have like a low cut or a fro or something. They just come, and if you had like a real low cut, they'll just go ahead and smack your shit. So yeah, I ain't heard that in the Hellers though.
During my middle school years, and it lasted all the way up until my 11th grade year of high school, which is also the year I quit football. I ain't gonna lie.
This game, you're not ready.
Throwing balls around was the last thing I wanted to do after all them years of mental torture. Throwing balls around?
Hey, yo.
The punishment was simple. If you said something stupid, give me my two. Not only that, but if you ain't submit to the consequences of your said stupidity, then the current consequences will level up to the...
We said get the neck or give me that neck or something like that. Pause. But that's what we said back then. So it was like neck, like give me the neck, cause you've had a drove moment. So like he said, you say something stupid, give me that neck. If you don't submit to them fingers, it wasn't no punishment rules. It was just basically if you did something stupid, you get your shit swiped. That was something that happened. Of course, it's different. It's different cities and shit like that. But that's just my 2 cents.
Consequence, which was what I like to call the Fleece Johnson. We could do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. Yeah, that dude for the Boondocks, the Booty Warrior, who is an actual, real person. To sum it up for the people having a slow moment right now, either you voluntarily bring your butt over there to let your punishers let it rip on your neck, or they gonna come get you now or after workouts. And when no running, your fate was sealed. And this only happened to niggas that they knew wasn't gonna throw no hands. I'm niggas. I remember my first time getting the punishment. It was not good. It happened one day during football training period in middle school. So there I was, minding my business. It was that little bit of time before a coach walks in where you couldn't tell if the room was full of rabid, wild middle schoolers or the zoo because of how chaotic it was. And even though I was minding my own business, you couldn't help but pay attention to the loudest people in the room, which happened to be this guy I've talked about in past videos before, where we're gonna call him AZ. And another guy named, we're gonna call him BJ. Now, I'm a loud nigga myself, but my loudness dwarfs in comparison to these two class clowns. See, Riri and Tard were slightly similar. AZ did things for attention and validation from others, probably because a little dickhead didn't get no loving at home. If nobody laughed or praised him for his accomplishments, then he'd try harder by using his size as an intimidation factor. And yes, he would physically harm you if he knew you wasn't gonna do nothing back. Which is crazy because he wouldn't dare think about picking on somebody who was ready to throw hands and words back. BJ, on the other hand, was just an annoying little dude that just wanted a reaction out of as many people as possible. And ain't care how he did it or who he did it to. He was one of them people who'd say the craziest thing to anybody just to see if he could control you. And depending on how you respond, he'd back up or keep going. Little dude had his observation hockey on 24/7. Bruh, they both were on minutes timing 25/8. Literally all the time. So I'm hearing
somebody like that in every school too. It's always just and they be, well, in like middle school, they're kind of the popular kids, but in high school, They usually just loud class clown ass niggas type shit.
That big old group of dudes cutting up, roasting each other, acting like they were the top dogs of the school, which at the time, I ain't gonna lie, that's where I wanted to be. Trying to be like the quote unquote cool guys. You know, the folks that be the most quote unquote popular in school, but peak in high school and eventually end up being more of a loser in their adulthood than they already were in high school. Bro, don't look at me like that. You know, everybody wanted to be him in high school. Shoot, I don't care. I was an outcast most of my life, so when I got to middle school, that was my top priority, to be quote unquote popular because of all the neglect I
The little cheeks is obnoxiously crazy.
experienced from outside of my home. And even then, I was still an outcast up until my high school graduation. So with this mindset I had back then, the coonery pulled me in. I'm creeping up, listening to what's being said, ended up acting like my presence and input was wanted. So I made a joke that made absolutely no sense. Had everybody looking at me crazy. In my head, I thought I ate, had my brain doing the Dougie and the two-step. Really thought I was Bernie Mac. And this was when I realized I should never do stand-up, because I ain't hear a laugh. I heard, "Give me my two." I'm sitting there like, what you mean by that? He tell me, don't ask, come find out. Mind you, everybody in the room watching as if this was normal, like this was a freaking tradition. Not a soul in there thought this was a bad thing. Like, that ain't do nothing but get my anxiety up even more than it already was. But mama ain't raised no hoe. So being the hard gangster I was, I did what any stand-up, chest out, 10-toed soldier would do. I looked him in his eyes and said, okay. Folded like a hoe. I walked over there and submitted like a pussy, bruh. Tilted my neck over, ready for this nigga's fingers to Zenitsu Godspeed my skin, boy. I felt like I was in prison, bruh. And I ain't ever been there before. You know how embarrassing it would be if school had a judge and the dude was like, "You have been sentenced to the neck." And a big motherfucker walk out with 2 fingers like, bro, what? All I know is me now, at 23, almost 24 this year, could never. They would have freaked around and found out.
I gotta keep a pop up, yeah. Put a red ribbon on me, fly away on them birds, yeah.
Alright, that's Two Finger Combo by Devonte the One. We had to see what he was talking about. We ain't seen him in a minute, man. Shouts out to Devonte, man. Like I said, bro, in school, we did the hand. It was the swipe around the neck. We ain't do the 2 fingers. I guess it's different where you from, depending on where you from. And of course, that shit grew out after, like, that shit didn't happen in high school. Niggas was usually, like, in high school, if you did something stupid, they'd probably just, like, tap your shit. But, like, swipe is like, middle school. But what was something that was similar to the 2 finger combo at y'all school? Did y'all do the swipe on the neck? Did y'all do the 2 fingers? Did y'all smack people on the neck? There's a thing, too. Like, y'all let me know in the comments, bro. Like and subscribe, bro. I'm out. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace.